We are learning more about what led up to last night's shooting. Police say Wade Melton was a disgruntled worker at the Benny Keith warehouse, and he was not working last night when he showed up and shot 3 co-workers, possibly one of his bosses. Melton killed himself 5 hours later in his truck in the middle of nowhere near Placitas. News 13's Jeannie Nguyen is live at the Benny Keith Food and Beverage Warehouse on Broadway south of Gibson with what we know right now. Jeannie.
Kim, APD Chief Mike Geyer says Wade Anthony Melton was a forklift operator and had issues at work right before he shot 3 of his co-workers.
Related to issues at work, we're trying to isolate through those and find out specifically. Again, with mental illness, we don't know specifically if those were delusions or the actual incidents that happened at work. We had heard something that he may have been passed over for a promotion.
Police say this started around 6:15 last night when the 30-year-old opened fire at the Benny Keith Foods warehouse near Broadway in Gibson. Police say it was Melton's day off from his job as a forklift operator, but he showed up around his normal evening shift time. They say he used a forklift to block an exit. The shooting took place within 90 seconds, and they believe Melton bolted right after that. Once officers got to the scene 5 minutes later, police say they were able to find the victims and treat their wounds.
These officers then made a fateful decision to drag the victims outside, get them to safety, where they started life-saving methods to preserve until rescue units could arrive on scene.
A doctor with UNMH says they cannot give any specifics on how the victims are doing, but did say all 3 of the people who were shot are men. The doctor says one of them is now in stable condition, the other is still in critical. One of them is still fighting for his life. Chief Geyer believes one of the men shot may have been Melton's supervisor. There were about 20 people working in the huge warehouse at the time. Most of them escaped quickly after hearing the gunfire. Of course, this is still under investigation, but police believe this was a spontaneous shooting and he did not have a plan leading up to the incident. Police found a gun at his suicide scene, but couldn't say if that was the only gun that he used at the warehouse last night. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Jeannie. Now, police say they did get Melton's phone number quickly soon after the shooting. They were on the phone with him trying to get him to surrender last night when he killed himself about 11:40 in his truck near Placitas. Meanwhile, we continue to learn more about Wade Melton. Right now, Albuquerque police are searching his home. News 13's Francesca Washington is live there near Central and Sunset with a look. Francesca.
Kim, neighbors say police have been here since 11 o'clock this morning waiting for a search warrant. The bomb squad is also here. They're inside right now. Now, our cameras were rolling as they were finally able to move in. Police confirmed this. According to county assessor documents, he's owned this home since 2012. Officers couldn't tell me exactly what they were looking for, just that they needed to investigate inside the home. Now, we just saw a robot going inside. Police say it'll search for any suspicious devices. We talked to neighbors out here who say they didn't know Melton and they were shocked to find out he lived in their neighborhood after learning what he had done. What everyone's wondering is what prompted Melton to snap. Today, APD told us they're still working to answer that.
We can't speculate at this point about a true motive for the shooting. We do know that this was a workplace shooting, and Mr. Melton apparently had some issues with his employers. We subsequently have found out that there may have been some related mental health issues and that he also had used some drugs. We don't know exactly what led to this tragic act of violence in his mind. It's still under investigation.
One neighbor I spoke with lives across the street from Melton. She said she had seen him a few times but never interacted with him. Now, officers are expected to be out here processing the scene for some time, and we'll stay out here too. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Francesca. Now, APD says at this point the reason they're sending that robot in is because active shooters often booby trap their home. They didn't say if there was anything specifically indicating this in this case. Now, it's unclear at this time if anyone else lived at that home with Melton.